Greetings. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty specific energy. Targeting the star energy, isn't that what y'all said? I think, and it's not that hard to find. But I mean, if it's that if it's that difficult for anyone else, hell, I can do anything. I think I'm gonna go out and find that star energy that they targeted. And I mean, you got to think. It's just like we said. Whatever they put out went back on them. So if they put out obsession, well, then they're going to be obsessed. Ooh, you know what? I saw something about Vince McMahon. Did you guys ever watch wrestling? Y'all wrestling fans? I didn't watch that fake shit. I didn't watch that fake shit. Guy was just, it was a little short clip. Something about, yeah, he was doing some Diddy Tower shit. he was doing some backdoor Diddy stuff. I don't get too much into that. But he did make a nifty statement. He was talking about, involving his own kids and weird shit like that. Say, they can get away. They have all the money in the world. But there's a line they just can't cross. like you said something about, imagine having, slaves in America. So they just crossed the line at that. And I thought, well, what the hell have they been doing harvesting the Kundalini energy off of the star? Wanting to prolong it out, wanting that individual to work for nothing, so they could harvest the creative energy. The kind of energy that creates things. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. Now I don't know if it's like creating kids and shit on an island with lizard people or fucking any kind of weird stuff like that. But anyway, it's good. It's great for poetry. It's great for channeling. It's great for Reiki. Weird. And I don't know if that's kind of shocking, but y'all are talking about paying. They paid people to avoid getting help, or avoiding the Earth Age. You're gonna make me spill my coffee. You're gonna make me spill my coffee. So since this shining light is so fucking difficult to find for, I don't know, half-wits or those that just don't care, but natural disasters are super easy to find these days. That whole vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. she said the clown that keeps targeting that star. So people were looking at him like a clown. I thought, well, fuck, after the first natural disaster, they should have clued in on that. You can't deny the weather. You can't cover that shit up. You certainly can't pay people to avoid FEMA. It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about that. Yeah, but this is the obsession energy. You're getting a perfect example of what's going through these humans' heads. And it's just what it is, because what they put out went back on them. Instead of working with it for their own birthright, they were focused on someone else's instead of being focused on themselves. See, it's like what you put out comes back on you. So it's like a mirror effect. Putting the focus on Pisces, INFJ, it comes right back on Pisces, INFJ. Simple enough. Simple enough. That's what it is. It's taking the narcissist that can't tell the truth, putting a mirror in front of them, showing them how it's supposed to work, and then leaving them to their own triangulation and demise. So I heard a master say something beautiful. Native American shaman, whatever. His talks about the natives knew that when you deal with like Metatron, then you're tapping into to Metatron's matrix, and I've talked about that I've talked about that's why you go straight to your higher self. You don't depend on a middleman or a deity or anything in between you and your highest self. How you embody the star energy. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. But yeah, I mean, see, when you're dealing with someone who has had absolutely nothing and realized that was everything, how are you possibly going to take away from someone that can rebuild from that point? I've done that over and over again, generally for other people, and we gave up on that. We gave up on that. However, when you go to do it for yourself, it looks like all those people from the past, you have to leave that in the past. And if I hear that they're now having health, aren't you talking about them? Hey, yes, ma'am. See, it's the obsession energy. it's the obsession energy. She's showing you a perfect example of what these bozos are going through, trying to make Pisces fight for what is already theirs. And getting in the way, trying to stop it. They were so busy or so worried and busy at stopping someone from doing the healing work that they were unable to do the healing work themselves and now have karma. And that's just what it is. I mean, when you have an open door policy, you could have helped them at any time, but now that they have karma, you can't go back to that. You would be taking their karma too. That's just what it is. That's why they're talking about Pisces has to rise alone. The stairway to heaven isn't an elevator max capacity with the down button. It's not a group collaboration. Right? The stairway to heaven, it's not a group collaboration. That's between you and your higher self. So it's not, oh, let's all get together and do this in the elevator that only has a down button. Oh shit. That's what it is. I can't do anything about that. So it is. And when I hear readers talking about they took bribes to avoid the healing energy, I thought, well, yeah, that's the same kind of people that mask you up, line you up. It's just what it is. It's just what it's basically. When I hear the transfer of wealth, I think, well, yeah, they did that back in WW2. However, they had Hitler, and that was putting people in a gas chamber. And you're going to knock that off. Come over here. It's what it is. It's really no different. It's history repeating itself in a different form or fashion. But anyway, I guess that's up to people's own interpretations. And that's what it is. I mean, and that's the thing is those that didn't care, because you have a lot of that energy of they left the Earth Angel for, just left the Earth Angel for dead. And so I want to go find that. I mean, I don't know about anyone else. But I mean, with all the God's wrath and people being drugged to hell energy now, I can't do anything about that. I can't. The pathway to hell is paved with good intentions. If you try to help people who are going to be being drugged to hell or whatever you girls are talking about, just let you girls talk about it. Me, I'm going to go out and enjoy myself. That's what it is. You got that energy of the cards if they're like, oh my God, what did I get involved in with this group of people? And that's what I thought. That's why I am a soul practitioner. Not involving myself with a group of fucking people. If you follow the herd, they take you to the slaughterhouse. That's what it is. I mean, I'm sure every sheep's ass in front of you has a good intention, and the pathway to the slaughterhouse is paved with good intentions. It's just what it is. And the fact it was all over money. That's the mind-blowing part. Hating on how, I think it's some of the clickbait, hating on how you make your money, but they don't pay any bills in your house. I thought, yeah. Yup. It's just what it is. I have to battle with them about all of the things I have to overcome because of their energy attacks and whatnot. That's what it is. We had to find another way. We had to find another way instead of, absorbing those attacks. We're just sending them back to them. And it's just what it is. I think that works a whole lot better. I mean, natural disasters and things coming from it, fucking, it shouldn't be sending that much energy, I would think. I can't do anything about that. There's only so much you can transmute with a stop, a no, and a don't. And so what it is. I mean, when you girls are saying that every time they attack, right, that connection to the higher self. Let's take Earth Angel, words they can't fucking understand or do the research on or try to copycat. Let's cut down to brass tacks. Someone connected to their higher self. Someone connected to source consciousness. Okay. Fucking Bob, Tom, Susie, or Dave connected to the source consciousness. Okay. Without an intermediary, without a that was the whole. And thank you for your comment about channeling someone's music. No, that's what it is. If I'm channeling the higher self, cool, then it's one song. The universe means one song. Reiki, universal life force energy, so it's one song of life force energy. Not fucking, here, let me check it out. Now, I don't know about anyone's past or what you're going through now, but let's say you want something from the source. Be something you really need. Information, a hamburger, quarter pounder with cheese. You need a quarter pounder with cheese from the source, right? And you've got some ancient old comes up. Yeah, man, I can help you out. Go ahead here. I tell you what, fuck you. Let's make a deal. Let's make a deal. I need this from you, and here, just give me your money. Just give me your money. I'll go take care of it. Yeah, I know the source. Just give me your money. I know the source. But I don't care what these people do. You got the BBC, British Broadcasting Company. You've got them steadily putting out. You got to be careful when you say BBC nowadays. Anyway, British Broadcasting Company. They're putting out this. They're selling you a lie. How to spot a cult. Right. And that's, I understand you channeling Susie or Dave's music or whatever you said in the comments. I was laughing too hard reading it. I was like, you totally missed the whole point. That was meant for someone specific. I'm glad it mirrored you and got the message. Trust me, I am. But that is for a lesson at this point. Jay-Z Knight channeled a 35,000-year-old entity named Ramtha. Right? Most of the students that went to the Ramtha School of Enlightenment got karma. The teacher takes on the karma of the student. Jay-Z Knight ended the school of Ramtha School of Enlightenment ended up being called out as a cult by critics. Students getting karma, abusing their abilities, all that shit. Anyway, fucking, the same thing that we're seeing now by people harvesting the energy off of a school that's not fucking theirs. That's what it is. Me buying a Reiki school and providing people their birthright. Number one, you're going to get flack from the church. Why? I will tell you. Reiki can only be used for positive healing purposes. If you abuse your birthright, of the ability to heal yourself and others with positive intentions for protection and or otherwise, energetic protection, psychic protection, you lose the ability if you use it for negative purposes. Okay, have you ever met anyone in the fucking church that did anything positive for themselves or anyone else? Or did they judge? Constant judges. Now, the INFJ, introverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging. I judge energy as an energy worker. Has absolutely nothing to do with the person. It's what they're fucking putting out. It's simple enough. And what they put out goes back on them due to these practices. It's how the energy master protects themselves. The same way, if I were doing a Reiki session, that I would protect my own energy from because Reiki's omnipotent, omnipresent, and available everywhere, but as a channel, you would have to protect. You wouldn't, if you're having a bad day, people have bad days, right? You're on your way to work, someone cuts you off. It gets you a little but you're going to deal with a client. cool, you shield yourself. So if there is any negative energy, anything that hasn't been grounded fully, anything like that. If a pretty girl comes in and you're a guy, if a nice looking guy comes in and you're a girl, and you were to have a strange thought, if you were to be thinking about your husband, your energy is energy. You would be transferring your thought energy. It's part of the class. That's the example that they use. It's to contain your energy and not contaminate your client with whatever you're thinking, saying, doing, whatever happened. You and your wife, you and your husband have an issue in the morning, but you have a client that's more important than fucking dumb shit at home. It's what it is. You use that shield to keep from transferring your negative thoughts into that client. Your Reiki is like a blood transfusion for energy. Great. So if you're having a buildup of negative energy and transferring it over, well, you build a shield. The shield will not fade. It will not falter. It will keep me open to the positive flow of positive energy and free from any negative experiences. Energy is programmable. What does that shield do? It sends their negative energy back on them tenfold, and now all they can do is play the victim. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's what it is. I can't do anything about that. Right? They were warned. It takes a little while. This is the obsession energy. When you're hearing the obsession energy all over tarot, it's what it is. Animal Reiki. They tell you that when it comes to animal Reiki. It bonds you to your animal. So much so that they want to be a part of the show. And that's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. However, people working on themselves instead of working on someone else. So that's the energy that's all over the cards. They keep doing work on the practitioner instead of doing work on themselves as a practitioner. It's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Hey, that's my coffee elbow. Come here. It's too much. That's what it is. Anyway, yeah, we've taken a whole 17 minutes and 17 seconds away from her very busy schedule. That's what it is. But you got to think, this has gone on for too long. I keep hearing reader after reader say that. Because why? Because a bunch of addicts have been trying. Because that's the thing in this community, it was a bunch of addicts trying to figure out how to pull off a robbery till they just fucking gave up. That was backdoor Clyde and front door Bonnie. Don't we remember that from fucking Halloween last year? So this shit has still been going on. They've been trying to figure out how to cover shit up, how to save their own ass. And one of the readers said they tried to get the cops involved and got the fucking cops in trouble with God. That's what it is. That's what it is. Now you got the good cops pointing the finger at the bad cops. When you hear group collaboration, okay, cool. What group? What group collaborated against the Most High and is now getting karma? Simple enough. What system collaborated? What system collaborated against someone connected to the Most High and now they're getting karma in a myriad of different ways? That's what it is. That's what it is. I mean, and that's why when I ask students that were a part of the Ascension classes has anyone in that class ascended yet? Well, that's a good question. Well, yeah, because hell, while I was gone at a funeral and